Marty. Sammy. Samuel Jackson. Baby Wiener. Little Wiener. Sammy. Casey. Fat Buddy. Casey girl. Alright, so we're taking the wife's car, which is not much less messy. Looks like I gotta turn autofocus back on. And of course our battery is dying, which gave me kind of a false. Told me that we had an hour. Now we have a half hour. So I have you on the weird grapple hook thing. I'm going to switch to this, which used to be my cell phone holder, but now it is really great for a camera. So hold on. So the mission of today is to run to the tattoo shop, well actually the head shop, and get some more gloves and some ink, some green soap. Then I'm going to the tattoo shop itself to go see about tattooing my hand a little more. I have an idea, but I will not tattoo my hand because I need both hands to tattoo correctly. So it stands to reason I'll probably mess it up. So let's see how long this battery lasts and whether we can even make an interesting video. So I'll talk about something different other than my awesome city. We're doing a new course where it's going to be a little different. It's going to be like the building a website from start to finish, except this time we're using an actual client, an actual website. Those of you who've been around for a while, I've said that I don't do client work anymore, and there's only a couple of exceptions to that, and that is there's a couple people I've done business with for a long time, and this is one of them. So I got the approval from them because it's it's just more exposure for them. They may be a local company, but they're a national recording studio, so why not? And so we're gonna, instead of just making a website that has no purpose really, we're gonna make a website that has a purpose. It's a client's website, so we're gonna do it by the book, exactly how I would start a website. We're going to use my whiteboard. This will be very, very lecture style, only with my own twist as usual. So I think it'll be interesting. I mean, we're going to go through everything. We're going to go through project management, putting together, coming up with a plan, all that, then wireframing, then building the design, then putting it into, we'll go ahead and use Dreamweaver again, putting it into Dreamweaver, and then, building the back end and all that jazz. I'm going to move this a little bit, not like it's angled. Well. So, it should be interesting. This will be a shorter vlog. I'm not going to take the camera into the stores. I don't have their permission. However, if I do end up getting my hand tattooed either today or someday soon, I'm going to request that I can bring in my cameras so we can have a little bit more fun and watch an actual pro do their job. Because again, I'm, I guess, an amateur. The slang term for what I do is called scratching, but I am not a scratcher. Scratchers generally seems to be a term for someone who will do poor work on people, practice on people to get better, which sounds like the only way to do it, but it's not cool to put bad work on people, and it hurts you in the long run. And that's kind of what scratching is, people doing tattoos for really cheap out of their basement. Which, as a graphic designer and web designer who's worked on their own, I understand how that kind of lowballing screws up the market for the actual pros. So I don't do that. Because of that, and out of respect for the people that I would be putting a needle into. As you've seen in my previous vlog, I do all this on myself. There's only a handful of people I've actually tattooed, and that was because I felt comfortable doing it, or it was my wife, and when she says she wants me to tattoo her, I don't have a whole lot of choice. So, it is what it is. Trying to see where my parking spot actually is. So, we turned off the video now. The tattoo shop here is right there, and behind us is the supply store. So we'll save some of our video. Alright, in true form, I forgot my wallet. So we're going back. Which means I'm also going to grab the charger and make sure that I can keep the camera rolling a little bit longer. So we're just driving back to where we just were. This apartment's on the right there. I used to live there. Just to enjoy watching the drunk people from the bar down the road stumble out around 2 a.m. This was back when I was like 17. I moved out of my house around 17. Right at 17, I think it was, if I remember it correct. My father kicked me out on my the day before my 7th. I'm stumbling. My father kicked me out the day before my 18th birthday for getting an eyebrow ring. And, well, times have changed. That was the least of his concern. About 18 piercings later, he finally got used to it. Now I've taken most of those out. Kept the ones I cared about. Some of which I can't take out, so they're still there. But, yeah, so we're running home. But back to that course. I hope everybody likes that course that I'm making. I think it's something that I haven't seen done before. It's not a normal thing to let for a client to let somebody kind of expose them like that, but in this circumstance it works out pretty good. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a very intuitive and comprehensive lesson. It's going to be good for everybody of all shapes and sizes and levels of understanding anyway. And everything I'm going to be doing is really what you would do if you're working for a firm and working with a team. However, after you've done that, after you've worked for a firm and with a team, you can't help but use these same principles when working by yourself, even though some of them seem a little crazy. Not crazy, but a little unnecessary. But it really does help. Writing out a feature list, sticking to a plan. I'm going to talk a little bit about agile and project management, and we're going to stick to a little bit of that. Pieces and parts of it. Some of it we can't do because of the time frame. I actually only have 2 days to get this to a point where it's presentable. So, actually not 2 days. I've got less than less than 48 hours to do this, so the whole agile sprint, 2-week sprint method is not going to work very well, but I'll talk about it anyway. So we're going to pull back in my house, or my neighborhood here. We're not going to pull into my house, but I didn't get to do my patented S move there because somebody was in my way. Do that another time. You can see that the leaves have not raked themselves yet. I'm not sure how to get them to do that. One of these days I'll learn the secret to leaves taking care of themselves, or I'll make enough money to hire somebody. I'll be back. And now, my friends and fellow nerds, we have infinite power, I think. So we can rig this sucker up, make sure I don't run out, and I can bore you for much longer periods of time. Put our camera back, and we are on the road. With money in the wallet this time. And actually this means that if for any reason I can actually get my tattoo worked on today, I've got the charger so I could set up the camera. However, that depends on how much money he wants, whether we can work out a bargain. I've mentioned many times that I don't do client work, but I don't do things for free or trade or discounts. However, when it comes to tattoo work, it's my only exception. I am completely okay with doing web or design work for that and recording time. Other than that, no exceptions to that rule. So, again, we're on our journey to the exact same place we were, which is making this video probably pretty boring visually. You're going to get really used to the street in particular. I'd really like to get some Starbucks, but it's kind of out of our way. I will say the Google ad fairy was a little bit more generous this month, so I appreciate everybody who's viewing our videos and helping us make revenue there. So I have a little bit of extra loot to pick up some more tattoo supplies, which aren't too extremely expensive. I just need some more gloves and some more soap, a couple other things to keep things sanitary, which this may sound dumb, but that is important when working on yourself. You must be safe and sanitary, take precautions, all that jazz. You can be a little more loose. For instance, as a smoker, I will smoke while I do my tattoo. It's actually not really a dirty or unclean thing. It just seems to be socially unacceptable, so I don't do that if I tattoo on somebody else. But when tattooing yourself, if that is a vice that helps relieve stress, it does help. Usually when you're getting tattoos, you have to kind of wait until the tattoo artist is ready to take a break before you can do that. And they generally don't even recommend that because it requires, I think, if I remember correctly, the tattooing kind of does something to your blood and can make you a little faint. I don't know if that's something to do with your blood or just the nerves, but I am extremely used to getting tattoos, and they don't really faze me anymore. So I don't really care. These people are making really stupid illegal passes around this bus. They're blind passes. As the police, this vehicle does have the proper license plate on it. Unlike my van, as we saw or talked about in my last video. That on the right there is Zesto. That ice cream shop is pretty much the best ice cream in the city of Fort Wayne. Maybe in the summer, I'll take a trip there. Somehow I will figure out a way to share that experience with everybody. Now let's park and see if there's a way that I can't make sure I don't get my camera stolen by a bunch of cronies. This end of town's got cronies. There's some folks hanging out in front of the tattoo shop. Probably wondering why I have a camera on them. We'll be back soon. Doing these fucking videos for your tattoos. The money's there, dude.
Oh yeah. Talking about posting them?
Mm-hmm. The advertising's those little annoying ads that run at the bottom.
Right, they pay you, right?
Like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, just pieces and parts.
Right on.
I'm really curious how the shading without the lines, without doing the line looks and works.
Makes things look softer.
Yeah. I'd love to learn how to do that.
It takes away the cartoony look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just makes, like I said, yeah, like where it just looks a lot softer that way.
If I remember, I hate the fact that my biggest tattoo's on my back. I can never remember what it looks like, but I think that's how he did that one. I think he did a real light outline.
Yeah. Like a bloodline type thing.
Yeah.
Yep, done plenty of those too.
Made my mom cry. Just walk.
Right.
The only way to know is to ask.
Yep.
Is that the guy who's just here?
Yeah. Good buddy of mine, man.
You guys in the band work together? I take it?
Yeah. Yeah, he lives the same neighborhood as my mom.
Does he do this stuff too, or?
Nah.
What's he doing? What's he doing musically?
I know he's in school for it. But he has a little studio, a little house studio he goes to and works on stuff.
We said he's performing at the VIP.
Oh yeah, because he has a little crew or whatnot that he works with, and they all get together and whatnot and do their thing.
So it's like hip hop and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. He's more in the rock scene of it though.
Really?
Yeah, he likes to do kind of a mixture of the two, you know. So yeah, he's not all gangsta at all. You know, Julius is not a gangsta.
I like shit like this too, though.
What, right here? Dude, like I said, that's what I love about dubstep, man. It just hey, this is a good song too, Jules. You need to, cause the girl's voice on here is sexy, dude. Like I don't know, but it's. Yes, ma'am. Man, like I would say, honestly, as far as that goes,
just take time to
plan on spending a day with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, every time we tattoo that, plan on spending like an entire day with me. Cause yeah, I do take my time. I'm in no hurry. So, yep.
All right, so it's nighttime. We just finished up at the tattoo shop. I didn't talk much because, well, sometimes doing a vlog is just plain, you know, fill in your own word there. But that was Casper working on my hands and wrists. The wrist was just some rework from 10 years ago. The hand is a tree design that I worked on myself. I gave him the idea, the rough outline, and then he went from there. And I told him it was almost like I like the marriage of and being able to take what my idea, which was basically a faded outline, which some of you guys saw in some of my other videos. You can see it's still on my hand because that shit doesn't wash off very well. But he was able to take it and turn it into exactly what I wanted to with very, very little input from me. And that's a great relationship to have with your artist. And we've discussed doing some tattoo tutorials with him. And hopefully some of you guys, I know Justin's brother is trying to get into doing tattoos, and hopefully maybe we can put together some courses for that. Probably wouldn't fall under the digital craft since, he's got to make his own money. But I might shoot it and get it going. It's good publicity for the digital craft, so can't hurt that there. Plus, I like the relationship I'm building over there. It's good to have when you're working with an artist, it's good to have that dynamic. Being an artist yourself, no matter what caliber, if you may not be as good as them, or you might be better, either way, it's good to have that dynamic, that understanding, and it's pretty cool. So I didn't really teach much, and I didn't want to get in the way of Casper's work, so I just shot a couple of clips, and I didn't want to make this video a million minutes long, but hopefully that was an interesting glimpse into the world of tattooing for those of you who don't have tattoos, maybe don't even have any interest in it, but you might not want tattoos, but it's still interesting to see how they're done. And what I'm interested in, there's a lot of room for digital technology to merge in to this traditional art and still be legitimate traditional art by utilizing the tools we have with the computers, like the A pens. I think it's called the A4 pen, where it's a ballpoint pen that will draw. You can trace and or draw straight to the computer, and you can export that out as a vector, so you can resize and shape it however you want, and then make the stencil off of that and redraw and add to, I don't know, some of the stuff you may not be getting what I'm talking about, but it's pretty cool. Your you're paying attention though on my several trips back and forth here, you'll realize that we are almost home. I've got to hang out with the wife for a little bit before I hit the cut room to edit this up. So we're gonna be ending the vlog here as soon as hopefully I get to do my special S move and no one's gonna get in my way. We'll see. Here we are, we are at the homestead. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Trying to do as many of these vlogs as possible where I'm out and about, and I'll get better at talking about stuff that's important. Either that or I'll go back to you guys just staring at my unique face. So either way, we're home. We'll talk to you guys later.